Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today the San Antonio Spurs have hired Mitch Johnson as their next head coach, who has been the interim head coach for San Antonio this season. And you know what? I'm really happy for Mitch Johnson, but at the same time, really sad for Greg Popovich. He's going to be moving to the team president role, and that's great for Greg. I just, one of the best coaches of all time. Probably, maybe some would say the best coach of all time. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think he's up there in top two. I look at him and Phil Jackson, and it's like, for me, it's 1A, 1B. But, just unbelievable coach in Greg Popovich. I don't think we'll see him coach again. It's sad, but health is more important. And so, at least Popovich will remain still have a little bit of a role with this San Antonio Spurs team. And Mitch Johnson gets a chance. 38 years old, will turn 39 in November. You would think that'd be the youngest coach in the NBA, but no. I mean, Joe Mazzulla and Will Hardy for Boston and Utah are both 36, so he's going to be the third youngest NBA coach. But to be fair, I mean, this could be a guy that San Antonio was seeing as a potential replacement for Pop in the future because, I mean, he's been an assistant for San Antonio since the 2019-20 season. This was his sixth season as a Spurs assistant. And let's be fair, he basically was the Spurs head coach all season. Greg Popovich coached the first 5 games and then had a health issue. The team went 2-3 in those first 5 games with Pop, and then you saw the team go 32-45 with Mitch Johnson. And they did all right. And I'm excited to see what he can do as a full season as a head coach, a full offseason preparing to be head coach, because Mitch Johnson wasn't prepared to be a head coach in the 2024-25 season, unless he knew Greg Popovich was going to have, I want to say it was a mini stroke, but it might have been, it was a mini stroke that Popovich had. And then he fainted after. There was some report that he fainted at a restaurant, even though he was recovering. And so with all these health issues that Pop had throughout the season, there is no way that Mitch Johnson saw that coming in the offseason before that. I mean, I guess you got to prepare yourself. When you're, and I hate to say this, but when you're playing, when you're coaching next to a guy like Greg Popovich, who is a guy who is older of age, you could know you don't want it to happen, but their emergency could happen. So maybe, I don't know, did Mitch Johnson know that if anything happened to Popovich, that he was going to be the guy to step up? I don't know if that's something that if he or the Spurs knew before. But in all likelihood, he didn't know this was going to happen before. 6th game of the season, he starts and he takes over as the Spurs coach. That's something new to him. So he's going to have a whole offseason of preparing to be the Spurs head coach. Not only that, but let's look at it that De'Aaron Fox wasn't even on the team last year as the season started on. It's also going to be a full season De'Aaron Fox out there, and hopefully a full season of Victor Wembanyama being healthy, and maybe some nice players added to the mix with those two guys. So I think you got to be excited. You got to be excited about where this Spurs team is going with De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. And honestly, a young coach as well. So, I mean, Greg Popovich is an amazing head coach, but you don't know when he's the head coach, you do not know what the future is because you don't know how long you didn't know how long he was going to be there. So, but if Mitch Johnson, if he's going to be the guy at 38 years old, unless the team starts to play terrible with him being the head coach, but if he does well, he's going to be the guy as the head coach for a while, and that could give players a little bit of idea what's going to happen. Like if a player wanted to go to San Antonio in years past, it'd be great to be coached by Greg Popovich, but you don't know how long it would be before he would retire. And so now, he's gone, and to me it sucks he's gone. I'm going to really miss Greg Popovich being out there being a coach, but you do know that what the future is with this San Antonio Spurs team at the head coach position with Mitch Johnson, and hopefully he can be good for them. And I think it would be better for him having a full season, having a full off season of preparing to be the head coach, and then maybe them improving the roster a little bit as well. Let me know your thoughts on the hire for the Spurs in the comment section, and peace out.